Hi, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Just wait for you to pop in. Got some links for us tonight. I'm not quite sure exactly everything we're going to use. Where did my mouse go here? I do have everything linked down below. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Francie. Yes, it was awesome. Thank you for letting me know, Francie. I appreciate you telling me that every week because I never know. I linked a couple of the products tonight that I'm going to use. I have everything kind of linked down below of what I think I'm going to use, and I'll add anything tomorrow. Um, Francie, yesterday it was like 15, 16 when we woke up, felt like negative 35. And when I went to lunch, it was -1. And when I left work, it was 6 degrees yesterday. So today is warmer, of course. Hi, Penny. So, all right. We're going to kind of get started here. I have a brand new setup. Well, kind of. You can kind of see it right here. I have a new camera holder just bought off Amazon. So hopefully it won't fall on me. Okay. Was checking to make sure I didn't fly there. Melissa, I think, is asking Francie how she is. But if you're asking me, I'm doing good, Melissa. I think you were just north of or south of the cold weather, right? I know my daughter said it was cold. She was canceling stuff because it was going to be 30 degrees tonight in Jacksonville. So anyway, well, Francie, we'll get you all excited and happy. Now, another change I made since last week is I showed you guys how I had that magnetic mat on the back. I bought one more, so I have 3 of them taped across the back. So now my whole, I'll switch that around so you can see it. My whole desk is now magnetized. So now I just need to get some extra magnets. Hey, Dana. All right, so I was going to use the confections. I'm waiting to see. I see my TV keeps kind of pausing here and make sure. I promise I'll keep an eye on that if it's kind of maybe my internet, but I will watch it and pause if I see a kind of freeze there. And the post office has decided to keep my package for another day. So hopefully it'll be here tomorrow. Hi, Karen. I'm going to say this now, and then I will say this again next week to remind you guys, I have a small change. I talked with the team at the office, and I am going to switch to Fridays, same time in February. So this week and next week will be the same. And then I'm going to switch to Fridays at 7. Hi, Walter. The other change that's going to be is that I'm going to go down to every other week for right now. Hoping to be able to fill in those other weeks and some other times with some other people going forward. So, the design team call is out there still. So make sure, I think the deadline is the 24th or something like that. Hello, Heather. So just wanted to let you guys know that I am switching to Friday nights, going to stay at the same time. And then I'm going to go to every other week. And then periodically, as I have time, especially on the weekends, just do an impromptu live on Saturdays or Sundays, most likely mornings, and just kind of play. Okay, so I hope that's okay, but I will tell you guys that again. All right, let's get started. Last week, I showed a little bit about glazes. And I made this background, if you guys remember, with the shimmer chroma glaze, which I believe is a shimmer glaze, which is out of stock, but you could use the grape or the purple chroma glaze and do the same thing. Just want to make sure everything gets cut up here. There we go. And all I did was cut this down because we are going to use this. I cut some aubergine cardstock with our lace layers die of the month. So I will have the rest of my subscription products by the end of the week, so you guys can keep an eye out. I'll do a quick unboxing video, and this weekend I'll film a couple of videos using some projects, or I'll make a couple projects with some videos, or I'm sorry, not with videos, so that you guys can see some of the other projects in option, but it just seems like the post office doesn't want me to get it in time. quickly going to pop these out because I didn't get them all done before. So, hi, Cherie. How are you? Thank you for joining us. So I cut this one. This is the lace layers. This is the biggest one out of the aubergine cardstock. And then, like I said, this is the card panel I made last week with that building blocks, the one layer of the building blocks stencil. And then I cut it down with just a rectangle die for my stash so that it can layer. So this is going to be our base. Francie, I am too, and I've just barely started to do it. So I've got this, and I'm going purple because we had this purple card. If we get going quick, fast, I've got a couple other things we're just going to play and make up some fast cards with what I have already ready. But what I thought is, and I think, Francie, we talked about this a while ago, we're going to use, where will I put it? The Build a Snowman stamp set. It was one of the archive release. And of course, there it is. That is this one. Build a Snowman. Oh, Heather, if you're talking about that die set is just fun. I have another use we're going to use it for. But here's the Build a Snowman set. So we're going to go ahead and use our big snowman guy here. Oh, purple is my favorite color, Francie. So, and I wanted to use that background. So I thought, I'm cold, so we're going to make a card, but we're going to use, I hope I'm sorry, but we're going to have to do a tiny bit of fussy cutting tonight. I think we're going to use that, and that works. That's enough. And then we'll pull in some sort of sentiment. A little bit of coloring, but I promise it won't be a lot. Yeah, purple, purple. And then this is some Perfect Blend cardstock. I have my Raven ink. It's, you know what? True confession. Don't know if I've ever used the stamp set before. I've had it for a while, even before the archive release, the holiday archive release. But I don't know, because my mama, I don't think I've seen yet, she's a huge snowman fan. You know, being from northern Minnesota, we have put up with snow usually from Halloween through Easter. So my mom has snowman all around her house, pretty much year round. But she had snowman dishes she would leave out, and I'm kind of the same way. My Christmas decorations are put away. My tree is still up with white lights. The star's on top, but it's not on. But it's just because I like my Christmas tree, so I just keep it on with lights. And then I have my snowman everywhere. So I did grab a bunch of Copic markers just because those are the colors that I have in the purples that I want to use. So I was just going to use a hint of purple. And quick grab my middle of my, yes, my stick and stamp mat's upside down in my Misty. Let's grab those quick. And we're also going to use some of my Olos because and I think I need an orange, but I can grab that for just a second. All right. This is a great snowman. Let me pull it up so you can see it a little bit easier. So isn't that fun? So one thing I have learned is take a piece of copy paper, put it underneath when you're coloring. I don't know. I don't want to be too. Try to turn my light a little bit. That's probably going to start shining on you once, because that was what my blue notes were from. But I just grabbed a bunch of my purple markers. I'll put the colors up as we use them. I was going to say, I'm just going to use that, I think. So this is BV02. I know it's going to be hard to kind of see that. I don't want to zoom in too much. He is adorable. And of course, we got to put on my cheaters. And we're going to do a little fussy cutting, but not a lot of fussy cutting. I'm okay with, I probably could have cut out this guy, you know, with like a circle or something, but we'll just do a little fussy cutting. And we're just going to I want to give him a little purple color. You could go as light as possible. I have even the BB31, which is a pale lavender, but I'm going to go ahead and just add a little bit extra. This is BB02. I am going to twist this around a little bit. I'll try to keep an eye on my camera. And I'm going to go around the whole edge of him. And add a little bit of color. I hope you guys are all doing great. And if you were during the live packing, got your orders in, congratulations to whoever the winner was of the store credit. And open fun if you haven't seen the new foilable stickers. Christopher showed those last night and they are on the website. And I did link them below. And then I'm just going to grab my CG01 instead of like a colorless blender. And I'm just going to go around the edges of this guy. Just to soften the purple. And soften the edge of that line a little bit. Now, everyone colors a little differently. I like to color dark to light. If you are not super happy with how you color or you don't feel like, you probably want to go light to dark. And what I can suggest is color with the lightest color. If you're going to use a blend, start with the light color and do a little bit around the edges and then go in with your darker color and then it will feather out a little easier. And then if you really get some harsh lines, go in a circle. I don't know if you can quite see that. And that will help kind of dim those lines down. I'm not worried about it too much because it's a fun card. We're going to add a little bit of purple to this snow because, you know, he is a snowman, so all of his snow needs to be. And then I'm going to add a little bit to just a few of them. It doesn't have to be all of them. Maybe a couple of those little ones, and then we'll kind of color those out too. And just some fun. There we go. Why is it so little? What? Oh, my, why is this so little? I decided not to attach them. This is one whole Olo marker. And this, I believe, I don't remember what the equivalent is of how much ink compared to these. The one thing is that they only right now come out with the brush tip, Melissa. And I had them attached with the, there's like a plastic ring that you can attach them with. But then I would have to put two colors together, like O and one, and like here, CGO, which is fine, you know. And I just decided I kind of took it off from Amy R. She started using them. She calls them stublets. And I took mine apart and I found that it's easier for me because I don't have the whole line right now. That if I'm looking, you know, like, so I do have a bunch of numbers that go in order, but then I have some that didn't match, that didn't go in order. And I was trying to find out which color was it on, and it was too hard to go back and forth. So I just decided to take them all out so I could see their number. Um, you know, I'm still getting used to coloring with them and blending with them. Yes. So the design of this, Melissa, is so that eventually you could put, I believe, the refill on the other end, or you could put, hopefully they're going to come out with a brush or a nub. What is that? Bullet tip that you could put them together. These were kind of designed, my understanding is so you could have the ends that you want or the colors that you want. So if you tend to use, let's say I'm going to just pull two wild colors. Let's say I use these two colors for some reason all the time together. I mean, I know they don't, but then I could put them end to end. And then when I pull them out, I can use them. That's part of the reason for that. It's so that they're kind of customizable. And then I believe the other thing is that when you go to replace them, you're going to replace the whole inside piece. But I'm not 100% sure on that because I haven't done that yet. Okay, so does that make sense? I'm not an expert on this at all, but I am really liking the Olo markers. I didn't pull my purple ones out yet because I knew I had these Copics, and I'm trying to use up my Copics because some of them are very dried out and I want to use them up and I'm getting rid of them. Hi, Carol. You're fine. I'm just kind of getting started. We're doing a little coloring. So I will try to use them a little bit more. I try not to do a ton of coloring on camera just because, you know, not everyone wants to sit and watch somebody color. So I try to do more of the coloring, you know, off camera or before. But I thought I would do a little bit because it's just a little bit tonight. Now, I did just recently see a video where someone was talking about that one of the new things are not everyone, and I'm one of those people. I can't I can't listen to tons of ASMR videos. I'm glad for the people who can. It's just not a thing. Some of it drives me bonkers. I'm just kind of pulling some colors here because I really don't have anything that kind of matches, and I'm just kind of, yep, those are too dark. All right, we're gonna go in light here. And so the new thing I've seen that's going, and I'm going to probably do this on I'll do this on my personal channel, is what this is. It won't be here. Is that people are doing coloring channels where they're coloring their images in real time set to music. And all it is a video that you can put on with some music in the background and and you have people color, which is interesting. I actually watched one. It was very relaxing. I left it on and just Dana, yeah, I mean, I can watch a little bit of it, but some of it is just too much. I don't mind the noise, but I don't want to watch just a video of ASMR. I like I don't mind the little bit of the noises, but like I said, I'm going to leave that little spot of the hat white, so it's kind of like a brim. And then we're going to go ahead and just color his scarf, and I'm just going to do a quick color. So that is something I'm thinking of doing, is just if I'm going to color, like let's say this weekend, I pull out some images or color or watercolor. I'll do it live, and maybe depending on how long it takes, speed it up like one time and then set it to some music. Yeah, the different sounds, Melissa. It's like I said, I don't mind a little bit of the ripping, but it's the tapping of the fingers and it's the nonstop, every single thing of just the noise. I get it for reels. Reels don't bother me because they're short, but for a longer video, I don't want to just hear the sound when I watch. I'd rather have music. Does that make sense? And that's just me. So, all right. So like I said, I have this piece of colored copy paper down below so that it sucks up if I color, because I'm a heavy colorer. All right, we need a couple of quick colors here for a brown and an orange. Let me grab a couple here. I forgot to grab those. Grab those, and these look like a couple good browns. I am totally a color plucker. I get that from Kathy Rakusin, where I just grab colors and use them. Yeah, that and Francie, I think you're right. The ones that are pretending, they think they are, but they're not. Yeah, they do. I mean, the real true ones, I think, are the ones that I like, but the ones that are just, you hear the sound, and it's so loud, and I just can't. So anyway, so if you're thinking of you needing something that don't want just music on, you want to kind of be able to kind of keep an eye on something, or you're interested in how I do some coloring, keep an eye out that I will probably create a playlist about that and just start that. I think that's kind of fun to do because it also gets me good practice with filming. See, here's one. My marker is drying up terribly. It's not really going through. See, it's almost dry. So when I'm done with this one tonight, this marker is just going in the garbage. Because my nibs are so dry, I have to replace the nib and the interior for my marker, and that's more expensive than just a marker. So that's why I'm not keeping them. So And Melissa, and I understand that too. And I get flustered sometimes when I do my voiceovers. Like I either feel like I'm speaking really, really fast, or I flub a word and then I flub something, and then I feel like I just screwed it all up. So it's something for me to work on this year. And that is what I'm going to do. So that was just some quick coloring. I'm just going to pull that up kind of closer so you can see. We got our purple. Like I said, these couple of cards are going to go a little faster tonight. But this card for sure. And I'm going to go ahead and we are going to fussy cut this one right on the line, because we're going to dress our guy here. And I'm going to cut it fairly close because I want to do a shape. I think I'm going to do a shape around him, whatever I can do to shape this. So, all right. So next week, I will definitely use just subscription items because I will have them all in-house. Like I said, they're not liking me right now, so they're all stuck in this at the state capitol for right now. But, you know, it is bad weather, so. And we'll play with the new confections next week, too. So I have my, I was telling you guys about my new little project, and I'm anxious to get it started, which is my little album, my subscription album I'm going to make. Hi, Stacy. How are you? And using the subscription products to make like a little round album each month. And I've got it prepped, but I really didn't want to start cutting anything out because I thought, well, I don't have my stamp set yet. You know, I don't have my box yet. And I know I want the stamp set and I want to be able to plan. So I have a majority of it. I just don't have the stamps. I mean, I have the paper pad because I ordered an extra. And I've got the die. And I'm going to go ahead and we're going to cut around, just around his little, because I know it's kind of weird, but actually I'm going to cut those off, the fringies off. He doesn't have to have the fringies. And so I started prepping and thinking about laying some stuff out with it, but I really thought I should get that. So I should have that. And then I'm going to work on that this weekend, and I will show you that project next week. And hope to create a video after. I'm going to make a sample for myself and then create a video using it, making one for the store. So that way, you know, you guys can see the process of what I'm thinking of doing. All right, so we've got our little hat. We've got our little guy here. We do need to take our marker. Just going to grab one of the light ones here. It doesn't have to be, and we're going to go around the edges. Like I said, if you're not one of those, you're not a person that does a lot of fussy cutting, this is a great tip to go around with just the same color marker that you stamped your image in, your outline image in, or just a black in general otherwise, because it hides a multitude of sins when you are fussy cutting. So there, now you can't see any white edges. Francie, I am virtually. I didn't know there was a virtual part of it until halfway through the live today. And if you guys, I can give you a link to that. I don't know if you guys want that. Let me grab it for you. There are 2 new events. They're over on the event page, and they have options for both virtual and in person. And the in person, well, I believe the in person one, the in person people, here are the you have different times, and then I believe the home people or the virtual people are actually going to get a pre-recorded video. So I won't technically be there in person or in video, but we can show our cards. Oh, hi, Christy. That's okay. Thanks for letting us in. All right, so we've got our little, see our purple theme we got going here now. So now here's where we got to decide what we're going to cut this guy out. I'm going to see, I've got my oval dies here. These are just the Hero Arts Infinity dies or any. Yeah, that's the way it has to be, Francie. It's okay. And what I do is I just grab it and I'm just going to see, and that one's like perfect. Now I don't know if this is going to fit on my little die cut. Nope. So we got to put the Big Mama die cut machine out, or my Big Mama die cut machine out. So give me 1 second. I know it's going to be hard to see this. I'm not going to move my camera for it. I tried to do most of my die cutting with the bigger items ahead of time. I'm just going to put this in my Platinum Sick and die cut this out. All right. Perfect. Let me get that out of the way. Okay, so we got our little image here. Hi, Isis. Oh, you're welcome. I knew what you were talking about. I think you were looking for this, I believe. So he said they'll be coming back in, and hopefully when they are, I will keep an eye on it and maybe put a tag out for you and let you know that they're in stock on the Burtis Monroe fan club page, okay? I think, right, Isis, is this what you were looking for? I missed what was going on there with Melissa and Christy, but I'm glad you're here, Christy, whatever she might have said, yeah. I don't, that palette. I think I saw that one that you posted because I think I saw it in base camp too. And I thought I commented on it. If I didn't, I will. But oh, he has a bigger blue one. Okay. Well, I know this one was the one that I got through the store. This is the one he was using this one. And I love it. And this is the one that used to be in the store. So maybe there was more than one. And I do like this one. It has this little thing on it. So I'll keep an eye out and see if I don't know what about the bigger one. But this one just works kind of perfect. So I just want to make sure I shut that now. And I tightened it too tight. So now that the guard's not going to come up, there's a little screw in the back. So I got to undo that because I will cut myself. It is super sharp. There we go. And yeah, you can like tighten it on the back. So this is the one I thought you might have been talking about. I bought it because that's the one I saw him using. All right. So Aubergine cardstock. It's a gnome. Okay, I will take a look at it. I thought I saw it. Yeah, you did. You used the gnome die, didn't you? It was super, super, super cute. Yeah, Christy, I think she is too. All right. So I wanted to show you that I wanted to save a little bit of my card stock. And and I used this another die just to cut the middle out of that because no one's ever going to see it. So we're going to grab our card base here. I wanted to show you this big, see the big, it's not even straight. See that big, that's the biggest one and it fits perfectly on this. Where are those dies? Here are the dies. I think this is the biggest one. I thought I cut the biggest one. Yes. Okay. Yes. Yep. So, oh, that'll be nice. That'll be nice. Thank you, Penny. They were busy at the time I wasn't going to ask about that at the time. So thank you for mentioning that. So we're going to go ahead and add this to, let's see if my glue press is going to be cooperative tonight. Oop. Yep. So far it is. That's because I picked it. I don't know what's going on. It's been clogging and I think it's something I did. And I have not taken the time to really play with it. So we'll just grab my little one out here. I like to save my paper, when I can, because I figure what's the point of, I can use scrap pieces that I don't like on the bottom. If I'm afraid it's going to sink in. I'm not really afraid it's going to sink in that much. But if it is, I could just put some white cardstock or some sort of project that I didn't like. And I'm just going to glue the edges of it and then just do the corners just to keep the corners down. And fill that in. But I'm like, I'd rather, ooh, look at, I didn't poke all the holes out. Let's poke those out quick before it sticks down. Go away. Go away, little pieces. There we go. Go away, little pieces. That one doesn't want to leave us alone. There we go. All right, did I get that on straight? No. So I'm gonna peel that up and we'll redo it. Maybe my card front isn't quite straight. And my card base ain't quite straight. Folded, I can see that. I can fix that though. What am I making tonight, Jerry? We are using the Build a Snowman set to make a winter card because it was colder than cold yesterday, and now today it warmed up, but now it snowed. And this is the background I made last week, Jerry. So I thought we would use that up. Trying to make sure I was showing some different pastes last week at the beginning of my live because somebody had asked in the Brutus Monroe fan club about them or during on something or in a live or something. So I said that I would show a couple of them and how to use them. And I just cut it down using a square die from my stash, and that was from Hero Arts, the Infinity. It does. It has to sit. It's not that, Carol. What I did was I refilled it because I used it all up, and I think that I have to play with it enough to get it. So that's what's going on with it. It's something I did. All right, so now we can put the straight stack in the middle. I'm gonna pull it up because I know without shimmer and shine, it doesn't necessarily, camera doesn't like it. However, I wanted to show you what I did because the CYOE challenge this month is tags, right? I am missing a die, a circle die. Look at that. I'm missing a circle die, you guys. I think oh yeah, it's over there. It's from last week. And I cut a piece of aubergine cardstock using the Infinity or doing the occasional tags die. And of course I lost my tag. Oh, there it is. And then I used the die of the month to cut the edge off. So what I did, and let's pretend this is my tag. What I did is I took my die, let's say this is the top part of my tag. I should have done this on camera. And I stuck it through like this, and I put it right to the edge, and I ran just this part through my die cut machine. So I will show you. I'm gonna cut this piece down so it fits in my little die cut machine so you can see exactly how I did it. Okay, so this is our little tag per se. And I'm going to make it a smaller tag, okay? Because I want it to fit on my machine. Okay, we're gonna just pretend this is my tag. Because I didn't think it would fit. I couldn't show you with my big machine here. And I ran it through. Like I said, I used the long edge, but I just put my die down like that. Centered it up because it fit in there perfectly. And then all I did, hello, Don. I just ran through just that much. Okay? I mean, you could do that with any kind of edging die. Oops, I'm hitting stuff. And then when I pull it out, see, it's just the edge now. I didn't line it up properly, of course. So that's what I did. I stuck my die. I went through this way because it's too, it would cut the edges. So that's why I went through this way with my big die cut machine, and I put it through. And then I said, I just ran it through the machine. So just this part went under the rollers, not up here. Okay. I still don't like that about my iPhone where it keeps auto focusing. That's annoying. I saw it happening to somebody else too. So we've got our little tag here too. And I think we're going to put him kind of underneath here and I don't care that it's going to hide because we still know it's a tag, but this is where we're going to put our sentiment. So it wouldn't have to be that big of a tag, but maybe we'll do it like this. Okay. Alrighty, so now let us get our sentiment. I need to find one quick. Let's pull. I know, let's grab the. Where is that Christmas? I have the "'Tis the Season to Be Freezin" stamp set and the Snow Much stamp set. You know, these are from Merry Making Event. I'm going to use the "I Love You So Much," Snow Much, and we're going to stamp that on right there. So we're going to grab our Misty out, and then we're almost done. We can move on to another project. I've got one kind of started with using the stuff from last week too. Now, magnets. Okay. Heather, you're totally welcome. I was just looking at it going, I think that would be fun to make it match without having to use the square. It just adds that detail to make it the same. And I think we'll maybe even pop it up a little bit. All right, so I use some anti-static powder tool. I'm going to use the pigment, alabaster pigment ink, because that's what I like to do when I use, we're going to use white. We're going to stamp it down a couple of times. Just use my fingers, because I'd rather use it a couple of times than squish it. I love that this sentiment is involved with this stamp set because, and with a pigment ink in particular, because it says "I love you so much." It's got those hearts. So you can use this all winter. Thank you, Francie. I was thinking you would like that. Just kidding. I just thought that would be fun. And then we're going to grab our alabaster, which is, I love my new setup that I've been filming for this month because things are so much easier to find and get to, the stuff that I use all the time. And so it's working very, very well. All right, let's grab this and our tag. I'm going to do it twice. I have a lot of alabaster in there, obviously. I need to use it more because I have a lot in there. And then we're going to heat set this quick. Howdy. Yeah, in mine, I re-inked it about a couple weeks ago and I haven't used it. So it's very juicy right now. But I just love how it makes it even crisper. Using the alabaster pigment ink with the alabaster embossing powder. Just, oh, Christy, it's funny. That is what has been keeping me, I think, more occupied than crafting lately. Is I did this last month or so since Christmas. I did a lot. I reorganized. I don't remember when I did that, but I did. I reorganized because I wanted to move. This is actually my desk instead of my table that I was using when I first moved up into this craft room. And my desk is sturdier, and so it's just nicer. Yep, I think that's what we're gonna do. Okay. I think we're gonna pop up our snowman. So let's go ahead and glue. It is a sweet sentiment. I don't know. Should we add some fun color? I only have one handy. I don't think. Should I see what kind of ribbon I have, or do you think this fun, or is this one fun? Should we add this one, or should I go get it's got purple in it. Or should I go get purple ribbon? Is everyone okay with this ribbon? It's kind of a, you know, it's one of those curling kind of ribbons. What do you think? Is that too much color? It doesn't tie in the best knot, I can tell you that. Let me grab something else. Oh, the purple? Okay. All right, Francie, let me see what I got. I don't remember where I put it, Francie. I put all my Brutus Monroe ribbons and stuff in the same bin. I do have some purple. Yay. Look at that. And it matches just enough. These will be, nope, we're going to use that one. So I haven't even opened this one, obviously. Yeah, purple. This came in one of our boxes, and it's just been sitting on my desk. All right. So we'll get this big, thick ribbon out of here. Yeah, I think you're right. The purple's better. Now I know what that box is. It'll be sitting close to my desk, so if I decide to use it. Oh, Chrissy, you're not weird. The twine, to be honest with you, is in another section. And I think I have purple and white twine, and I don't know if the purple and white with the polka dots, it's striped. I think I'm going to just use this. And I'm going to be very careful with it. I'm not a big bow person. And last week I grabbed a stapler from the basement and I used that. And I liked that, but we're just going to use, I just wanted something kind of chunky. We needed something with a little bit more weight on it. There we go. I think we're going to move that over. I'm trying not to tear it. I'm going to be careful. I got to do it down here, guys, so you're off camera. And kind of move my fingers, because if I pull on it too much with paper, I'm going to just trim that like that. I'm going to go for it. I like it. And we're going to add some glue and glue it on down. And I'm going to go ahead and glue it down. I don't want to, there we go. That's what I want. And I'm going to throw a little bit of glue right underneath and just kind of squeeze it in there to help that stay. All right, now we're going to pop this buddy up with foam tape. And I'm in reorganization care. The Christmas, I actually have just a little bit of Christmas put out yet. It is mostly Brutus Monroe, the holiday archive stuff, and a couple of other things I bought a couple of stash items that somebody had just a great price of a couple things I've been looking for. And I think I want to use them. But I put my Christmas stuff away this weekend. I didn't want to because I felt like I didn't barely use it this year, but I did put it away. Is a circle an oval or is an oval the circle? Purple is blue. Okay, now I do have a little story to go on with your purple is blue. Purple effect. Purple. Benny, I'm blue. Oh, yeah. So years ago, in another job, in another life, I ended up going to Bogota, Colombia. And I'm a Spanish major for business. And I was sitting down at the table for lunch in the factory that we were at, and we were discussing blueberries. And I don't know, there was a few people there that didn't speak English, so they were just kind of smiling and enjoying the dinner, like some of the workers. And so they asked me, the English speaking or the bilingual people asked me, why do Americans call them blueberries? Because we had like a cheesecake or something that had blueberry sauce, because blueberries were purple. Yeah, you were making me so confused for a second there, Penny. And I had to go in and I'm like, no, they're blue. They're like, no, they're not. They're purple. And they were pointing to what we were eating. And then it dawned on me that blueberries, if you go to the store, for the most part, are blue, right? I mean, they might be a dark blue in some cases, but when you cook them, they're purple. So they were so confused why we called them blueberries when they are not, in fact, blue. I'm going to twist this just a little bit because we want to be able to see. Look at that guy. Look at how cute this turned out, you guys. It's so fun. We got to add a little sparkle. Thank you. Oh, he says I am very, very much out of practice. Very, very, very much out of practice, just so you know. So, and I read it better than I speak it, especially with my dictionary. Um, and with native speaking, it is harder for me because I haven't been immersed in it very much. All right, we're gonna add some crystals. We're gonna add some fun crystals. And I'm gonna do it over that blob right there because I didn't like how that blue, that purple, how I put that purple on that one blob there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right, Francie, do you have your goggles on? I'm ready. Are you ready? So there's certain things that I still am pretty good with, like, plus my grandfather was part Mexican, so that's part of the reason I learned it. Here I come, here I come, Francie. And I had always planned on moving to California right out of college to teach Spanish or teach English and live with my grandpa. Well, my grandpa, obviously, he is no longer alive and he doesn't live there, and I don't live there, and I have no desire now to go. I like living where I'm at in California or in Iowa, and my beautiful little town on the river with my sweetheart and my puppy. So everything worked out perfect. Here we go, you guys. Oh, thank you. All right. All right. We've got about 15 minutes left. So we're going to kind of play with a stamp set. Ooh, I moved that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. I don't know where that one came from. We're taking it off. So we've got this little fun card. Now for our quick fast card, part of it is done. All right. We'll see what we can get done. I don't want to have to make you leave early. So remember these 2 items. Mom, hello. You're okay? This is the card we made, Mom. Sorry, it's not blue. He's purple. Okay, anyway. I made this background a couple of weeks ago and I let it dry. I cut it down to a mini slim size. I don't know if I have a mini slim card handy, so I might just have a slimline card handy. So we're just going to pretend that it's a mini slim card. And then this is that frame that I made last week with the candy coat. So I just put it on the edge and did that. And I think for fun, what I thought would be fun is grab some, let's see, I'm gonna grab this pack. Let's see what we got for glitter stock here. I think we're just gonna go ahead and use the purple. I'm gonna go ahead and add some more purple and pull some colors on this. I've got some of the aubergine glitter stock, and I wanted to grab the Scribbles hearts. We're just going to kind of throw some stuff together. I have one of these left over from last week, which maybe that's what we'll do instead. We'll skip the purple. Skip the purple. Do you remember I took the Scarlet or Sincerely Yours embossing powder and made this piece of paper? Let us make another card. Let's cut another heart out of it. I knew you would love it, Mom. I thought about you when I made it because you love Snowman. I was telling everybody that. We need some other hearts. So let's grab the heart from the occasional. And that's all we want from this one. All right, we're going to cut these out quick. And then we'll put this together. The aubergine, there's an aubergine that is 12 by 12, I believe. I did. And then there was a pack a while ago. That's where mine came from. But there is, here is the aubergine. I did grab the link. I kind of forgot about it. That it was there until I was kind of going through the thing this afternoon. And saw it. All right, I'm gonna leave that there because I want to cut a couple of these hearts out. Here. And then I think I'm gonna do, I got 2 of them. I'm gonna do 3 of the pink hearts just because, you know. And then we're gonna add a white to the back of these other cards. All right, get those cut through quick. It's sold out. What? I swear when I looked at it earlier, it wasn't. I apologize for that. Okay. All right. Thank you, Penny. I was going to say, I swear I thought I looked at it earlier, but maybe I was on the wrong site when I saw it and I just saw the link for it. All right, we're going to poke this out. And I know, like I said, we had a glitter stock pack, and that had like it was like a small pack with just a few colors, and it had some aubergine in it. I don't know if that one's coming back for sure or not. And then like I said, I saw that part. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is we're very quickly, I'm looking for some white cardstock to see. I'm going to go ahead and add these on into some white cardstock, and then I'm going to cut them out with my scissors because I want the white behind it. So let's do that. This won't take too long. And I will tell you that sometimes if you add a little bit too much glue, just take your finger and wipe it off, and it won't. If you don't mind getting messy, if you don't like getting messy, have a piece of blank cardstock next to you. This is the reason I love my new glass mat, is that I can put my magnets on top. That's what I wanted it for, was to help glue things down. And then I need another piece of white. Here, ouch. Hope that I didn't make you shake you too much there. I put my knee right into my desk. So Tom and I replaced an old TV in our house a little while ago, and with our new TV came Apple TV for free. So if you are an Apple TV subscriber, last night we watched a Tom Hanks movie called Greyhound. It's a couple years old, but oh, it was good. It's a World War II movie, and it's based on a book. I don't know if it's a true story. He helped write the screenplay, and he wrote it, and it's about a convoy going across the Mississippi, and the destroyer, the Greyhound destroyer that is with them to help protect them from U-boats. It was a great movie, and it's a normal long length movie. We paused it briefly because I think Fletch had to go outside, and then we were getting ready, and we both decided we wanted to take a quick break. So he paused it, and I was like, there's only 15 minutes left. I seriously did not feel like we sat there and watched a full-length movie. It went by really quickly. It's dramatic. I mean, there's some action, but it was good. So if you're looking for a good one, it is a World War II movie, and got a soft spot for those in my heart because both Tom and my son love them, and it was very, very good. So highly recommended. So I just fussy cut those out because I want to add a little bit more white to the background here. And I popped this frame up. This is the fancy frame. This was the stencil, the layering stencil. There's a layering stencil. There's a stamp. There's a hot foil plate with the die. And I used the frame last week and I used the die cut to cut it out. Because remember, I kind of flubbed my corner over there. And so I used that. Oops. And we're just going to kind of finish this up. I do need to add some kind of tag to this card. All right. So, anyone have any fun plans for this weekend? I know it's been, like I said, it was cold here, and I know in the south there's some snow. A friend of mine lives down in Alabama now, and she was talking about, the snow. She left. She wasn't complaining or anything. She was just like, my dogs are experiencing snow for the first time. She couldn't believe how much snow they had. But she was kind of happy about it. Fancy frame. Yep. Fancy frame. Thank you. That's what I thought it was called. But I turned it into a mirror a couple. So I'm going to go ahead and put those. I don't know if I want to do one. I think I'm going to do one on each. I don't know how I want to do that, because I have these little hearts. Maybe we're just going to use one. And then we're going to use a couple of these little hearts to tuck in here. And make a little, may only do 2 hearts. I think that's all I want to do. And then we need to do some kind of sentiment. So let's get this guy down first. It is, I know, and they were showing on the news today, this evening, that there was a former hockey player, and he was using downtown New Orleans. He was skating downtown because of the ice that was on the sidewalk. Thought that was kind of crazy. And then I'm not sure where the other place was, and I assumed it was somewhere warm, but they were showing it was a priest and 2 nuns having a snowball fight outside in the courtyard. And I thought that was kind of fun too. So I did ask my daughter, and she said no, there wasn't the snow. It's been wild. Oh man. Be safe, Isis. Or Isis, sorry. Please be safe. Well, San Diego people are amazing, right, Mom? My mom's from San Diego, if you didn't know that. I think I'm going to tuck this guy right in here. And then this will go on our white card base. Hi, T. Thank you. This is the second one. It's kind of a fast of things kind of left over. So I don't have the card base done. I'm not going to cut it down right now because I have to dig out a mini card, slim card, which I do 6 by 3.5 or 3 1/4. But it's going to go on there. And then we need a sentiment. And I think, look, I even have a tag right here. We can use this tag. It is. 2 miles is very close, so please be safe. And I think there was a stamp on. I used this one before. Actually, we're going to use this little one here. Ooh la la. I don't remember if I used ooh la la or if I used the love, but we're going to use the ooh la la. And we'll stamp that on some prom queen ink. Yeah, so I had to throw in that little San Diego thing because, my mom is from San Diego. Oh, yeah, she was my family. My mom has older relatives that helped found the town of San Diego, from my understanding. I might be saying that quite wrong, but Point Loma is my mom had a great uncle, I believe he was, that ran that, and so we used to visit San Diego a few times. I've been there a few times. Not sure, handful of times anyway. So we got ooh la la. And even though this is a tag, we are just going to stick this down and stick it up. I'm trying to stick it. I want to stick it in and underneath. I don't want to. I'm going to do that way. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do. I think I'm just going to do it like this. We're going to stick it right under. We're going to stick it right underneath. Oh, I want you to see that heart, though. That's decisions, decisions, decisions. I'm going to stick it up there. That's where I like it. Great, great grandpa, step grandpa. There you go. Ooh la la, Francie, yes. We're just going to stick this guy in, and we're going to stick him right there. And that is a quick second card tonight using some leftovers from a couple other lives. So sometimes you just need to take what you have left over, just save it and kind of put it there and then grab it. And look, we have another heart for another use, a couple hearts. I stick them in the corner there. So it is 8 o'clock. So I'm going to sign off. I'm going to show you my couple of cards that I used tonight using some of the stuff. I appreciate y'all staying with me tonight. And I will see you next week. You're welcome. Yep. Yep. Make sure, please be safe. Okay, great grandpa wasn't he last light scout keeper at Point Lomer? Okay, yeah, he was the last light. There we go. Thank you, Mom. So please stay safe out there and go if you need to, because that is the most important thing, safety. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you for sticking with me. I will see you next week. We will play with the subscription, the box, and stamp of the month, and I will see you all then. Okay, have a great night, guys. You're welcome. Bye.